Hello friends, today I'm back with another video wherein we are going to discuss few things about selection of a property or selecting any property. So this is one of my clients site here in nearby Sangareddy Jogipet. So today I'm going to discuss few things in selecting the property as per Vastu. So in many of my videos earlier I have clearly said that properties, the property should be in a proper shape, which means square or rectangular shape. But in this project, you can see a lot of shapes and different angles and different irregular shapes here. So this is one example. You can see a triangle kind of shape here. This is this is one more. It's a kind of square or rectangle kind of a different shape here. And look at this, and this is completely different shape. And if you see this property, there is a cut over here. So like this, there are so many cuts, so many different shapes of properties. You can see this property also, it's a different shape. So you might get a question like, why do, the property sellers uh, do this sort of bifurcations or, do this sort of plotting or surveys? Because this is nothing there in their hands. This is absolutely where they have a limited plan in the initial stage. They purchase this much of land, and they try to make some plots along with the roads provision and all. And they, after doing some sales or some marketing, they might get some money, and they try to pool the next available land, because it is all agricultural land. And next, after talking to the other property sellers, they try to pool the next available land. So this is how they take it. And surveyors, first of all, surveyors, how they do is, they try to utilize the maximum space whatever we have, and within the space they try to give you the proper dimensions of guntas or square yards. Guntas are nothing but the size or the amount of the plot, the area. So one gunta is equal to 121 square yards. So whatever numbers you see on the screen, like number 5, number 7, 6.29, something like this, all these are called guntas. So 5 guntas into 121 square yards. That is how we need to do the calculations. So we see such irregular shapes. So let me make it clear that these plots are not made as per their desire. This is how it actually develops based upon the availability, and the surveyor also try to give the maximum space in the plots, as well as they have to accommodate the paths also. Paths means the roads, the roads what you see here. Even they have to accommodate this, because then only they can divide the property, and then make the roads so that people can get into their plots. So there are several things when they do this survey, and when they do this plotting and all, there are several things which they need to focus and concentrate. So, but for us, we always think that the property has to be in the square shape or in the rectangular shape. So let us try to understand, like which sort of shapes or which sort of properties can we purchase, and which sort of properties we should avoid. Let us try to understand those things. First of all, we will try to understand the properties which are good to buy. The properties which are good to buy. For example, I will go with plot number 214. Plot number 214. If you see 214 plot, it is with the proper dimensions. It is with the proper dimensions. What are the dimensions mentioned here? 30 feet by 36.3 feet, which means both length and breadth are of equal size. Equal size in the sense opposite directions are in the equal size, which means east west is 30 degrees. East west is 30 feet. North south is 36.3 feet. So which means it is in a proper shape. So this property is good to buy. 214 is good to buy. Next, there is another property 215. This is also good to buy. 216. This is also good to buy. And we'll talk about little bigger sites. If you see plot number 57, this is a 57. And if you see 57, see eastern directions. Eastern direction it is 60.4 and west direction it is 59.2. And in the north direction it is 73.1 directions, which means slightly the northeast is extended. Slightly the northeast is extended. This is very auspicious property. You should never miss this sort of properties. It's very auspicious. Anything which is extending towards north or northeast direction, it is a good property. Let us see another example. See this property, though it is a little regular shape, making another angle, but still this property is also good to go because there is an extension in the northeast direction. There is extension in the northeast direction. So this property is also good to go. Let us see one more property. Yeah. Just for another example, this plot number 119 and 118, these two properties also good to go because they are with the proper and equal shapes and sizes. Now we will see another property wherein which one we should avoid. Okay, the one which we should avoid. So this is something you should avoid. Reason being, there is a cut in the northeast direction. There is no portion of the northeast direction. See, there is no northeast portion here. So you have to avoid this sort of properties. This will definitely create a lot of problems, lot of confusions in the owner's mind, and it can also create financial crunches, and it also can give you accidents. So you have to be very careful while purchasing the property. I would recommend not to purchase this property. Now let us talk about this property, which is almost making a triangle shape. This is not at all good for residential purpose. Not even for commercial purpose, it is not at all good because there is no northeast, there is no east direction, east is extended, southeast is extended, there are no other directions. So you have to avoid this sort of properties, it is not at all good. And there is one more property here, if you see, this is another property wherein the southwest is cut. Wherein the southwest is cut. This property you should avoid. So you have to be very careful while selecting. Do not compromise on pricing. Do not compromise that I'm getting a east facing, I'm getting a north facing, and yeah, I'm getting a road opposite to me or 25 feet road, something like that. Do not compromise in the other aspects. Just look at the property dimensions first, whether this dimensions and the direction is auspicious for you or not. That is really important. The rest of the factors will come, but the first preference should be the shape of the property. And if you see this 217, 216 is completely different shape altogether. This is like arrow shaped property. This is called arrow shaped property. This arrow shaped property is very bad. It's a negative property. It can give you accidents. It can give you fire deaths. So there's a property we have to completely avoid. Let us see a few more. Yes, there is another property here which is 221. 221. The northeast direction is cut because of the road. Northeast direction is cut, which means problem for the owner. So you have to avoid this property also. You have to avoid this property. You have to avoid this property. This is good to go. Both of the properties are good to go. This is still good to go. This is good to go. And there is another property here. This one. This is also very bad. Not at all good. This is also very bad. Not at all good to go. And if you see, this is another one, which is like a square, rectangle and a triangle kind of shape, which is in different shape. Even this property is not at all suitable. I mean, The northwest is extended and northeast is completely cut here. So probably this property is not suitable for residential, but this can be used for the commercial purpose based upon certain remedies, which we will discuss in our upcoming videos, like what to do, how to do, and all those things. And this is another irregular shape where the northeast is cut, north is extended, and again northwest is cut. So this is another irregular shape. So all these irregular shapes should be avoided. We will not take anything unnecessary headaches in our life. And this is something which is cross in shape. This is something which is cross in shape. These properties also should be avoided because if you see at one angle, southeast is extended and northwest is extended, southwest is cut and northeast is cut. So this shapes, this sort of properties can give troubles in your life. So we don't want any troubles in your life. So we always think that people who are buying the property should be happy staying there or doing their business in those properties, but they shouldn't be in trouble. So that's all in this video. So in the next video, we will talk about few more things about the same uh, venture, wherein we will talk about some sort of road hits, some sort of other Vastu doshas. Thank you so much. See you soon with another video.